So it's not all fun and games for Space Jam: A New Legacy. They might have done pretty decent over here in the West, but they're not doing so well in the East. And that's kind of funny, given LeBron James's history with a certain country. A lot of box office disappointment going around lately, particularly with Marvel and Disney. If you didn't know, this Black Widow movie gave Marvel the gift of its worst second weekend drop ever, from what I understand, which is absolutely hilarious. And you know what? They deserve it. They deserve it for the way they marketed this movie and the way that they've kind of just made this seem like, well, it's, you don't like it, you're an istophobe or whatever. They got what they deserve. The first week, there was a lot of goodwill. People just went and saw it, did great. A lot of people said, you going to enjoy that crow? Okay, I'll enjoy that crow a little bit. But then the second weekend rolls around and nobody goes to see it. Nobody goes and watches it. Probably has to do with the marketing, maybe. Or how about word of mouth? A lot of people talking piracy. Everything gets pirated. I don't entirely buy that. Godzilla vs. Kong did pretty damn well in the movie theaters. And that was a day-and-date release with HBO Max. So I'm not buying it. That movie made a lot of money. I don't think it matters too much. But poor old Disney. But let's get to LeBron James's Space Jam 2. Or Space Jam: A New Legacy, whatever the hell you want to call it. Did pretty decent here over in America. I think it pulled in like $35 million for its opening weekend. Not like a crazy number or anything, but it did okay. Did okay. But there's a market that a lot of these Hollywood studios are depending on because it's a big market, and that's the Chinese box office. Now, as you know, Mr. LeBron James has been quite the advocate for the CCP over the past couple of years, saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not talk about what's going on over in China with a certain group of people who are being persecuted. We don't want to talk about that. We don't know the facts, he would say. Shilling like John Cena, keeping his mouth shut, only getting political when it's advantageous for him, because it's all about branding. He's a fake. He's a hypocrite. I could go on all day on why I do not respect this man or like him. And I don't think I'm the only one. But what's funny is with all of that booty kissing for the CCP, China said, nah, we don't like this movie, and gave him a giant middle finger.
What a story, Mark.
And I checked that other link. There's nobody that's likely even going to see this movie in China because apparently they've snubbed it completely. There's no release date for the movie. And what's funny here, as they point out, James is done a lot to stay in the CCP's good graces. Here's a quote from LeBron James. We all talk about this freedom of speech. Yes, we all do have freedom of speech, but at times there are ramifications for the negative that can happen when you're not thinking about others and only when you're thinking about yourself. He added, I don't want to get into feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand. And this is, of course, due to the way China is treating a certain group, I believe. But nevertheless, oh no, this was the Hong Kong situation, the protesters over there. Those guys fighting for their freedom. Well, LeBron just, whoa. We gotta get all the facts on that one. He's done his best to be a good soldier for the CCP. Gets a lot of his shoes made over there, I hear, which is ironic, giving the political stances that he pretends to stand for, particularly over the past year and a half. This is why I call the man a hypocrite. This is why I call him a hypocrite. But there's no approved release date for this movie. That could change, but in my opinion, this is a massive backfiring for him. Like, this is pretty much them giving him a middle finger, which I think is hilarious. The best thing about Space Jam 2 to me is that it defeated Black Widow. And took that movie off its perch. And I think that's absolutely hilarious. But I also think it's hilarious that after all of his pandering and shoe shining to the Chinese government, he still can't get his movie released there. What a shame. I'm sorry, LeBron James.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Anyway, what do you guys think about all of this? I'd like to hear your thoughts on the situation. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure that you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And as always, I will see all of you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.